everyone over there at the Lost of the Dam forum. Axel knows here. What I wanted to do was just first of all try a little video entry, see how that goes, because what I want to talk about here is there's far too much for me to be able to put into text. So I thought, hey, try a video. But what I want to have a word with you guys on, and what I just want to let you guys know about, you probably already know some of you, is the Cartoon Network over in America has just started airing a new Thundercats remake, reboot, whichever way you want to call it. Now, I mean, when I first found out about this, I was geeking the hell out of all of this. Kind of why I chose to put it on the forum, mainly because I thought this would be probably the best place to find the best people who kind of, like myself, were just completely geeked out over the fact that there was going to be a Thundercats reboot. Regardless of the track record we've already had with He-Man, TMNT, which even though He-Man was a bit of a bust, TMNT turned out to be quite popular with the reboot, which gave me high hopes for the new Thundercats. I know there was due to be a CG movie made, but I even managed to get hold of a few bits of concept art, but unfortunately that kind of busted. But then I found out they're making a new proper anime style or anime TV series, so I was like, yes, finally, yes, we're gonna get the Thundercats remake that we want, or reboot that we want. Now, through the wonders of the internet, I've been able to actually see only episodes 1, 2 and 3, that's all that's aired so far. And just wanted to run through with you what I kind of thought of it, being someone who loved the Thundercats originally. It's my favourite TV show growing up as a kid. Had loads of figures, Kai's got most of them now. But yeah, I just want to let you know how it's all going. I'm not going to go through the episodes kind of scene by scene, reviewing the individual episodes. Just kind of like the general sort of overarching feel, and themes would be the right word, but that kind of thing. Now, the first thing that radically changes in this new Thundercats is that they're not spacefaring. They're a medieval kind of level of culture, very much sort of carts and a lot of rudimentary kind of wood and metal and stonework. The series also completely and wholly happens on Third Earth. The Thundercats have been living for as long as they can remember, I believe at least, in a walled city, in a large walled city called Thundera. Now, after watching a little bit of this and going through some of it as well, you can kind of almost tell that their original idea was almost to kind of try and keep this canon with the original series. And that's what I kind of got from it, from watching the first few parts of it. The fact that, like I say, although they're not spacefaring, medieval style culture, they're already on Third Earth. There's they talk briefly about how their ancestors came down and colonised Third Earth. That they're not originally from it, that they came here and they colonised it, as well as also the fact that in the they've got all their myth and lore and legend to them includes things like technology. To them, technology is just myth and legend and kids' tales, as well as also Mumra. Now, anyone remembers the originals knows that the Thundercats didn't know shit about. They didn't know Mumra existed until they came to Third Earth. So the fact that it's now in their kind of myth and legend, you can kind of suggest that they were looking to possibly do this a couple of hundred or even a couple of thousand years after the original occurred. Now, bearing in mind that means that some of the namesakes in this series are unbelievably well timed. But I think they kind of sort of went away from that idea. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to kind of see how it goes. But anyway, like I say, they live in the walled city of Thundera. And they've kind of become very, very kind of complacent as kind of the overarching overall ruling race of the planet. They've kind of become a bit of a dick to all the other life forms that live there. Symbolism. But you see the reptilians, and they've got a couple in jail, and they're thrashing the shit out of them. They've got them in stockades. They're throwing stuff at them, and it's just there. They're just really, really assholes. Now, with the way the look of it is fantastic. Even the overall sort of painting backdrops of the scenery and things like that, down to the individual concepts of the characters themselves. They have done very, very well. Even things that when you get the close-ups of the hands and the feet, it looks really a lot like the original. They kept the same kind of feel from the original, but they've just updated the look somewhat. Especially seems to be with regards to their costumes more than anything else. But they have altered kind of the facial features a hell of a lot as well. Lion-O, he's about mid-teens, something like that. So it's quite a drastic change from when they took him in the originals, from like little kid up to excuse me, full-grown adult. They've kind of got him staying in this midsection between that now, which kind of works well with the kind of still keeping the whole Lion-O thing of learning to become a man, learning to become a leader, but he's doing it at that natural time of his life, not because his body's aged quicker than his mind has. Tiger is the one that's really changed the most. Tiger is actually now Lion-O's adopted older brother. He's very brash, very full of himself, and he is the biggest dickwad. He believes he should be the ruler and stuff like that. Panther for some reason now has mutton chops, big hairy mutton chops, but a bald head still, and I don't understand that. I don't know why they chose to do that. Fair enough. Wily Cat, they've been de-aged. They've actually been made younger. And I think, yeah, it works well. It works well. They've got big bushy tails as well for some reason. I don't know. I suppose maybe because whether it helps them with the balance, because they used to climb a lot in the originals, I remember. I don't know. But yeah, they've been de-aged and they kind of work well. Being younger. I've gone back since and watched the originals again, and I almost found Wily Cat a bit insufferable with kind of the dialogue they had, being at the age that they were. So yeah, in this one it does kind of work. They kind of match each other a lot better. Chitara, obviously Chitara's in there. Yeah, she's again updated appearance. Still looks like a cheetah. But they got a speed running effect still very well. It's still just the bright yellow flash. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm male. It's Thundercats. It's Chitara. She's still hot. She is still hot. It's just, yeah, it's Chitara. Oh dear. Sometimes I'm afraid I geek out on this stuff a little bit too much.
I think you're different.
I suppose the kind of last major Thundercat character, Snarf. Yeah, Snarf is in this, but he cannot talk. Thank God, Snarf cannot talk in this one. Oh my Jesus God. I love the fact that he can't talk in this one. He's just this little pet. He's Lion-O's little pet that just wanders around, makes a little snarf kind of noises, but that's all he can do. And the kind of the word snarf isn't really even that divisible. It's just kind of little catty kind of noises. He's got a little bit of comic relief in there as well, not so much as the original. They kind of leave most of the comic relief to Wily Cat, because in this, Wily Cat are also, they're not part of the Thundercats, they're just little orphan street urchins off doing their own thing. They join up with Lion-O, Tigra and Chitara later on. And also a brand new character turns up in this one. We actually have Lion-O's father, who is voiced by the original Lion-O as well, which is absolutely awesome. As soon as I heard that voice again, I was like, oh my god, yay, yayness. And especially when he goes out near the end of the first episode, he actually goes out in battle with the Sword of Omens, and he gets to yell Thundercats ho one more time, just one more time. He gets to do it, so that was brilliant and a lovely little thing to be able to allow him to do.